Let's look at bicep longhead tendon pain. Firstly, let's look at the anatomy of the biceps itself. So the biceps brachii has two heads, the short and the long. The short originates on the coracoid process of the scapula and the long on the supraglenoid tubercle of the scapula. They insert down into the tuberosity of the radius, so they cross the elbow, and into the biceps aponeurosis, which is a large connective tissue fascial connection at the elbow. In terms of action, they flex the elbow, supinate the forearm, and what we're particularly interested in is at the shoulder, so they're also involved at flexion. What might your client present with if they're suffering from pain in the Longhead tendon? So they'll describe an anterior shoulder pain at the front at that bicipital groove. Overhead actions tend to make it worse, so things where we have abduction and rotation, so things like throwing, lifting above the head, those types of motions can bring that pain at the front of the shoulder. Sometimes they'll also report a clicking or a snapping at the front of the shoulder. And they find that when the shoulder is involved with forearm and elbow movements, that can make things worse. So for example, press-ups, where we're going through a level of supination at the forearm, flexion at the elbow, and also movement at the shoulder. There are lots of reasons why this might be happening. Some of those reasons: overuse, shoulder dysfunction or instability. So I tend to see this more in clients who have other things going on at the shoulder. For example, they've rounded shoulders, winging scapula, AC joint impingements, other things going on, other shoulder pathologies. We also then see this bicep longhead tendon pain. It's common in sports like swimming, throwing, lifting, again where we're seeing those multifactorial movements through the shoulder. But remember, you must assess each client individually, create a treatment goal and plan before deciding that this is the best taping for them. Here we're going to demonstrate a 3-step taping. Firstly, we're going to inhibit that biceps brachii to keep it long, to keep it soft, and to keep the tension off the tendon as it heals. Secondly, we're going to do a mechanical tendon offload. So again, getting the pressure off that area as it heals. And finally, we're also going to desensitize the tissue in that area. Other options, depending on what's going on with your client, is this could be combined with a pectoral inhibition, for example, or even a shoulder stabilization as part of a wider treatment plan. Let's have a look. Bicep longhead tendon pain. Again, can be quite uncomfortable. My first goal here with this taping is to relax the muscle belly, take the pressure off while that pain dies down. So I'm going to inhibit, so I'm going to anchor away from the body. So anchor the first inch on the inside of the forearm below the biceps. Then I'm going to put that on stretch by extending the elbow. And then with light stretch on the tape, anchoring it down across that bicep and across the bicep longhead tendon. Okay? And then I'm just going to anchor it on the front of the shoulder. Focus here is the muscle belly. Now I want to do a mechanical correction to offload the tension on that longhead tendon, which is lateral. So middle of the tape, heavy stretch here. I'm getting her to bring her shoulder back into extension. And then my pressure is up and towards that tendon. Okay, so I'm around the deltoid attachment point here. But attention is up and towards the longhead attachment across the shoulder. I'm going to add a pain relief one here as well. So middle of the tape again, she showed me where her pain is. Light stretch in the middle of the tape and directly over where she's feeling that pain. So note the mechanical correction is not directly over the pain, it's below it, pushing towards it.